What really makes us happy? Is it nature, money, relationships, food, safety, and the popular debate, working at a job, or being an entrepreneur? There's so many different explanations about what makes us happy. While there is no perfect answer we have for that, there's surely some data worth reporting. Happiness Index report started from 2011 after the UN General Assembly passed a resolution. So let's learn from what the data about the billions of us says. Maybe that could help us understand. Let's take a look at the top 10 happiest countries in the world. Ranking at number 10 is Sweden. Swedes study and work hard, but they also take their rest and relaxation seriously. And there's lots of opportunities to visit concerts, plays, gigs, and exhibitions held year-round. Sweden is one of the world's most innovative nations, and it has been called the most digitally connected economy. Swedes are early adopters of new technology, and the country's non-hierarchical society creates a fertile environment for new ideas. Australia is one of the world's most highly urbanized countries. It is well known for the attractions of its large cities such as Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Perth. Australia and New Zealand are geographically a little isolated from the rest of the world, but they sure are happy places to be. Oh, and did I just say New Zealand? Well. New Zealand ranks 37 on per capita GDP as per the International Monetary Fund, but it seems the correlation between being rich and happy doesn't necessarily coincide all the time, because New Zealand ranks 8th in terms of the happiness index with a score of 7.314. New Zealand is said to provide a good work-life balance and a life of lower stress. The towns aren't so crowded, making commuting easy. And the next one is Canada. With a score of 7.316, a low population density and usually cold temperate weather, Canada has rich and varied urban centers and a natural environment which is one of the most beautiful in the world. From pristine coastlines to rugged mountains and sparkling lakes, it's a beautiful place, no doubt. Netherlands. Tradition and innovation intertwine here. Cycling is an integral part of life in locals. Experiencing the wind in your hair freedom of cycling is a breeze. Already beginning to feel good? Hang on, we're just halfway. Finland. Can't get a job? Keep trying without worry. Unemployment insurance in Finland lasts for 500 days. At this point, if you've literally turned green with envy and need to see a doctor, you're in luck. The healthcare is very cost effective. People in Finland are more secure and less anxious. Even if they face unemployment or illness, Finns will have some payments from the state, public healthcare, and education. Some of the world's best northern lights can be spotted in Finnish Lapland. The Aurora Borealis, as they are so called, can appear more than 200 nights a year. That's pretty much every winter night. Switzerland. Switzerland isn't just happy. It's also got a lot of smart people and has produced 25 Nobel laureates out of a population of around 8 million. And they also seem to understand what's going on inside the Large Hadron Collider. Cities are often situated beside lakes. Walking by the water is sure to ease your stress levels. They also have great internet penetration and one of the fastest internet speeds in the world. Some say it's the 5th fastest. Iceland. They don't have the lowest taxes, but they enjoy good benefits like no financial stress about hospital, doctor appointment costs, higher education, and just maybe the cold weather and the fact that they have no mosquitoes plays a role. Denmark. Denmark took the spot in the UN reports in 2013, 14 and 16. And is still keeping happy at the number 2 spot in 2017. They have high taxes but receive social security, universal healthcare, and a universal pension in return. This turns collective wealth into collective well-being. They also have free higher education, which keeps them off financial burden when pursuing the path of knowledge. The IMF reports a per capita income of $47,000. And the happiest country is Norway. The country with dark winters and reserved people is reported as the happiest place in the world as per rankings. It's easy to roam free there and enjoy natural beauty. The cities in Norway are not far from the wilderness, and you can even get in touch with nature after a bit of public transport. Seems nature does make us happy, isn't it? They're also doing economically well per capita at about $69,000 as reported by the International Monetary Fund. And did I mention about the northern lights that you can see from Norway? A point to note is that the average GDP per capita in the top 10 happiest countries is about $53,000. Going by the statistics report in the IMF estimates, it stands at a rank of 14 in terms of the world GDP rankings. The US with the highest GDP ranks at 14, and Qatar with the highest per capita GDP ranks at number 35 in the Happiness Index report. The happiness index is found by analyzing the GDP per capita, social support, healthy life expectancy, freedom to make life choices, generosity, trust factor. An interesting point to note is that there's a strong correlation that was found in being self-employed versus doing a job in relation to happiness as per the United Nations University data. Countries that score well in terms of Global Entrepreneurship Development Index also score well in terms of happiness. However, there's more to it. Entrepreneurs and small business owners are found to be more time poor than employees overall, but enjoy a greater degree of life satisfaction, which keeps increasing year by year. Although they made more money than the poverty line, they didn't have as much money in the bank as an average employee, taking away their safe paychecks. Second, economic cycles impact negatively on entrepreneurs' happiness. The link to the paper is also given in the description below. Since we spend so much of our time at work, the suggested solution seems to be pointing to the direction where employees should be treated more like entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs more like employees. As per the Klinksmith research done in 2010, there's some more interesting information. The first one is the law of diminishing returns. The richer a family gets, the smaller the reduction in negative emotions gained by the marginal dollar increase in household income. Gains disappear at around $200,000. One of the ways our happiness can be affected is when we compare our lives and incomes to others. If you're making, say, $300,000 at a firm where others are making $450,000, which is well beyond the basic income which is required to satisfy all the other needs, you might end up being unsatisfied with your earnings. For individual people, learning more about the relationship between income and happiness could help them find their own personal sweet spot, where income leads to life satisfaction without requiring additional sacrifices. What do you think about the video? Let us know in the comments below. Hope you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe and stay happy.